Hey guys, it's Jen over at jenscrappypages.blogspot.com, and this is today's project. I am using the beautifully awesome Eastern Palace Suite, which will be available in 2 different bundles starting May 1st, so you can get your hands on it. Let's get started on the supplies, and we'll just get to it. There's quite a bit of cutting, so we'll get started. We'll throw this over here. Supplies that we used. This is Dapper Denim ribbon, ruched ribbon, and this is on the retiring list. So get yours while you can, they're going fast. And then I also used the delicate white doilies for this. I don't know, I should probably bring it up and show you. Isn't that really pretty? Just all the layering and everything. So these doilies go really good with this. All right, enough talking about the card, sorry. I could go on and on about it. The hexagon embossing folder, and then the Eastern Beauty stamp set and Eastern Medallion thinlits dies, the Stitch Shapes framelits dies, and the Layering Circles framelits dies. So lots of dies today. Dapper Denim ink, Wink of Stella, and the fine tip glue pen. So that's it for that. And then what you're going to need for cardstock. Dapper Denim 4 1/4 by 11 and a 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. Tranquil Tide 3 1/2 by 3 1/2 and then 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. Very vanilla, and I use the thick cardstock that's available with the Eastern Palace Suite. 4 by 5 1/4, 3 1/2 by 3 1/2, and 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, and then a doily. So let's get the big shot out, and we're going to get to embossing and cutting first. We'll get all of that out of the way. Fun stuff, huh? All right, so I was going to see how much of this I could line up all at the same time without having to, I don't know if there's, we might have to do this. Yeah, this is going to be it. Okay. So we're going to start with this die here. Let me get this in the screen a little bit better. That's just going to go here in the center of this, and then we're going to take the largest circle from the layering circles, and we're just going to put that right on the outside of it. And then, let's see. Oh, and then here, we'll cut this one, because we're going to need this circle to cut the blue. The Dapper Denim. So there's these two. Let's roll that through. All right, round 2. Let's get the Dapper Denim this time. We're going to put that on there. And then the, oh, what's it called? Tranquil Tide. I need to remember that. These new colors, they change things up on us and expect us to remember it. All right, then the stitch circle is going to go on the whisper white. I am completely tongue-tied today, so I might just stop talking and roll this through. And last but not least, we're going to run the very vanilla cardstock through my favoritist embossing folder ever, which is carrying on to the new catalog, by the way. Super, super excited about that. Not to mention the other embossing folders that are coming through too. All right, now that we have all of our pieces, what are we going to do with them? Well, we are going to punch out these little, what's left of these. Okay. So what we're going to do first, I think I'm going to do that last, because I did that last time I did this. Let's go ahead and just start throwing these together. So everything here is just going to get layered on top of the other. This is going to go in the center here directly. This is going to go on top. And you have just a peek of that Tranquil Tide coming out from there. And then we're going to take this. This is where our fine tip glue pen is going to come in handy, because we're going to just put a little bit on here all the way around. And this is going to go directly on top of this blue, so you won't even see it peeking out from underneath of it if I do it correctly. And then all of this is going to go on top of our Tranquil Tide scallop circle. All right. Now I'm going to grab out our Dapper Denim, and we're going to put the sentiment in the center of our beautifully scalloped stitch circle. And you don't have to use the scalloped stitched circle. Try saying that 3 times fast. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is so pretty. So you don't have to use the stitch circle, but I did because I kind of liked the finished edge that it gave. We're going to take our Tranquil Tide and this little teeny tiny stamp, which you can see I haven't washed it off since the last time I used it. And then without getting my head in the way, I'm going to attempt to stamp this. So this is just going to go right in through here, all the way around. I love how all of these stamps and dies layer around each other and on top of each other, and they just create the most beautiful pieces. Now I'm having a hard time seeing where I'm stamping. And hopefully I'm not getting my head in each time I lean over. Okay, so that's good enough. And then I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is we're going to pop up these little petals, and I was just use, you know, the tip of my tweezers, and there's like a little kind of a score line that runs around all of it. And then I don't know if you guys do this or not. I guess while I'm doing this, I'll talk. But, you know, when I had first made this card, I sent it to a friend of mine and was asking her, you know, what she thought. I'm like, hey, what do you think of this? And kind of getting her opinion on it. And she says, I love it. It's so pretty. And then she says, hey, she goes, could you add the Wink of Stella to the petals? And I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, that would be absolutely perfect. So I did do it as an afterthought on my first card that I made, which is totally out of screen here. And I do think, at first I thought, well, maybe I'll just do the Wink of Stella before I put everything on, but I think I am going to go ahead and just stick it on after the fact, because it was easier to do it with the petals popped up, because that's all we're doing, it is on these little petals here. And it just adds just that little extra touch of shimmer to kind of make those petals pop a little bit more, even more so than what they already are. So I'll stop talking, and I'm going to go ahead and shimmer this up, and I'll fast forward it for you. Okay, so that's it. Hopefully you guys can see the difference. I'm not seeing it on my screen right now, but it's there, and it's really pretty. It's just a light touch of shimmer onto it. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to set that out of the way a second to let that Wink of Stella dry, and then I'm just going to fold. We're going to do top fold card. I kind of like doing these as of late. So 5.5 inches is where you're going to score that at, and then you're going to take this piece, and we are going to, actually, it's easier to put the bow on it if we layer this first on top of it. So let's go ahead and just do that. We'll just use a little snail adhesive. And I really love how beautiful these doilies look on this very vanilla cardstock. It is just so pretty. I love that tone on tone. And then that is wrong. So we're going to pop this up. We're going to pop it up with some Stampin' Dimensionals. And I do like to use just kind of, you know, 4. I wouldn't worry too much about the center on this. All right. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay. So that's just going to go here in the center of your doily. And now we're just going to flip this over and we're going to run adhesive. Oops. I think I'm going to have to glue that. I think my first one, I actually used the fine tip glue pen to glue that doily down so it would stick. So let's get this bad boy. Oh, that's why. Okay, so note to self, when you use these doilies, they're really super thin, and yeah, so there was 2 of them. That's why it didn't stay on. Well, I guess it's really going to stay on now because we've got the fine tip glue pen on there. So that might take a second to dry. I might actually flip it over. Make sure that that sticks on. Okay, that should be fine now. Where did my ribbon go? Oh, here it is. I always kind of throw it off to the side after I show you guys what I use, and then I can't ever find it again. So that's going to come down, I don't know, maybe 1/2 inch or so down from where the doily is. And that's why I like to place the doily on there first, so then I kind of know where to place my ribbon. Now we're going to pop up, and I swear I just had my dimensional elements. Here they are. It was stuck to the doily, the extra doily. Oh, I'm a hot mess today. Okay, this is going to just come down here on your card front. And I like to anchor my paper down before I tie my bow, because there's nothing more frustrating than trying to tie a bow and your paper's not sitting still for you and coming up. And so that's why I like to anchor it. I adhere it in the back, anchor it down, and then make my bow. You know, I have a hard enough time tying a bow as it is, just regularly, let alone, you know, trying to fight with it when the paper's going all over the place. So anyways, it just gives a little bit of security to it. And then I'm just going to kind of, you know, work it on down till I get just the right size of bow, which is probably about right there. And then I'm just going to kind of give a tug on my ends, and I'm going to move this down a little over here to the side. Okay, I need to stop messing with it. So I'm going to try and pull these ends so they at least kind of halfway come down and don't want to pop up and go all over. This guy has a mind of its own. Oh my gosh. Okay, stay down. Well, that's just not gonna... I might actually put a little glue dot under that guy because he is not wanting to cooperate with me. Let's see. I think I'm going to just stick it maybe under, right under it. And then, there. Okay, maybe I'll do that with the other side too so they both stay down. I'm just sticking it kind of right under. Oh, perfect. Okay, well that worked. All right, now I can cut it. Oh, I can never get this right. There. That looks good. All right. And that's it. We're done. We are done. I think I'm going to flip up my little petals again, just to kind of bring them, so you can just kind of use your fingers to pop those bad boys up. And, you know, when you put it in your envelope, of course they're going to kind of squash down, but it's kind of pretty. So there it is. That is the finished card. Thank you for watching. And I will have dimensions and directions posted to my blog, jenscrappypages.blogspot.com, if you would like to check it out. If you have a hard time finding it, it's underneath of where all of the supplies, the Stampin' Up! Supplies used, and it's in a little thing called Supplies List. So if you click on that, it will bring up a little PDF that you can print out. So thanks again for watching, and I will talk at you later. Bye.